I'm Brian Batista. My friends call me Bunny. It's a long story. But the short story this week is that my computer has died. And here's an example of what I've had to deal with since I put the last episode out. Luckily, I just received my new golden hammer, an expensive tool, an aluminum apple. It'll take a bit to get resettled and work out the new bugs, but hey, it's all in a day's work. And an artist's life is mainly full of normal, boring stuff. The least interesting part of which I'll talk about right now. I mostly spend my time keeping things in order. It's a little chaotic in here mid-work right now, but I gotta do chores, I gotta eat, exercise, answer emails, avoid time stealers like news, social media, and when I'm not teaching and working, so just keeping myself alive, I'm working on improving my practice and pursuing my artistic goals and dreams, which means I'm generating new ideas, making quick sketches, doing some research, chucking paint, you know. So in this busy day and age, I think it's helpful to plan what you hope to accomplish. You know, sometimes I make a list, I prep my area, and I set to work. Get my palette ready, you know, the right colors and everything. And that way, I can stay in lockdown until my next break, as they call it in the real world. I'm balancing and juggling a myriad of things, but I don't want to be thinking about them when I'm in the studio. In fact, I don't want to think in here at all. I just want to go freely with my art. And in an ever-connected world, everyone seems to be getting more distant. So when I'm not living my creative lifestyle, I find I really have to put an effort to spending more time with those I love and having more quality relationships. And it seems the more solitary I am and happier I am in art, this becomes more and more an important part in my free time. Right before I wind down at night, I like to come, sit, and look at the work and contemplate, because looking is an important part about being a visual artist. The next step, might as well get out of these anyways. I'm hoping to expound the benefits of having a plan. It's not all play in here. Like, a lot of time I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I want to be efficient and effective and attack areas that I know need to be. You know, facing the canvas is a lot. There's no one right way to do it, but I've learned over the years that there are better ways to do it. Pierre-Auguste Renoir wrote, in painting, as in the other arts, there's not a single process, no matter how insignificant, which can be reasonably made into a formula. I think what he's trying to say here is there may not be a single formula for art, but there are ways to make you be more creative. And in my experience, better planning has meant better playing. I sweat less if I'm systematic in my art attack. Sometimes I'll make lists. You know, having this plan before diving in really helps. And these planning tools enhance my effectiveness and efficiency. And I think they help me achieve more in less time, so I want to share them with you. It may sound like what I'm saying is time management, more so than art making. However, if you're wildly playful and experimental and being spontaneous, waiting for these happy accidents, you may want to try a bit of pre-planning, because even without a simple map, you may never get to where you were hoping to go. You really lose your direction. Not only that, you'll probably create a big mess that you'll just have to clean up at the end of the day. Creativity is a balancing act between the two extremes of planning and playing. We refer to image making, we call this like push and pull. You focus on an area and then you balance out the next. As artists, we journey through the ups and downs of making marks and mistakes without a universal formula. Our ideas, our thoughts, our feelings are physically translated into this image, this representational or abstract, as we continue towards some sort of cohesive completion. And unlike science, a scientific method, which is empirical, logical, measurable, quantifiable, and it can be tested every step of the way, The artist prefers more intuitive approach based on the feelings and ideas and has no directly set a recipe or formula to follow. Still, there's a process involved. You see, it's one thing to be an artist who plays openly and freely, and it's another to show up and get things done. Once again, I'm Brian Bunny Batista. This is episode 4, Way to Go, The Way to Go, and I just thank you for watching.